National Football League.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. This return starts at the 5. He spins right by him. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Third and long, they're going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He's smart, he won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
From the red zone on 1st. Finds a man right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15.
Setting him on the dime. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
Back-to-back carries here. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
Design quarterback run here. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
4 yards. third and goal.
This is third and goal. Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers will jump back to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos and their running back about to get back to work. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. First down, play action. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Brings up third down and 2.
Throwing now on third and 2. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball still on that 34-yard line, second and 10. He's going to throw it again. Hits him on the out route. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Third and 4.
Working now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Go play action on first down. Caught near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First down. First down and goal to go.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Working inside the red zone. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. Now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Here he goes, third and long. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10 here. Ward. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Ward. We've got a screen to the running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Again, Ward going to the air. That one's complete, right side. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It's a great defensive effort to do it.
He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The Broncos headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
At the 26-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and...
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. The Chargers have an early lead. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Looking in the air here. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
He isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
On now comes their punter. Taylor out there to return. Fair catch made here at the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing now on 1st down. Ward completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Break the huddle. It's second down now.
Brings up second and 11 at the Broncos 48.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Finds him on the crossing route. Now this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now. They're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
New set of downs from 37.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Back play straight ahead. Jukes away from one. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
On the play.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Ward off the play fake.
Chargers first down.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Airing it out to start this drive. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hold this one away.
Incomplete.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
Pass play now. Finds a man, right side. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
From the gun on third down. Has him on a quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hands off here for Brooks. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and
Look to
10.
throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Third and long for him here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. He found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Complete out to the right. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
first and 10 at the 49.
They'll run here on first down. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Ward setting up to throw. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down. Not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. On third and long, it's Ward. And even on third down, he says no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has it downfield, working the left. Oh, he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
The play fake. He'll throw. Deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now looking to throw. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the
Brooks does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Brought down just
Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They're going play action. Line quick there. They bring him to the turn. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Throws caught. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to stay at the 5-yard line. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's a design run. Just a 1-point game. Now, apologies to our buddy Scott Hansen. We're going to catch up with you after this one, Scott. We're going to jump past halftime, get you right back to the start of the 2nd half. Has this at the 6. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. The Chargers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
He takes this forward a little to about the 39. Travis Hunter making that play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ford's going to throw it.
39-yard line.
On target to his man Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Throw right side. Caught by Cannon. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary. It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
There'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits it through the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Hits the 20. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal.
Guarantee you that's going to be until the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up third down and 4.
Ward now on third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
And the Broncos, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Brings up second and goal at the Chargers' 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. Stopped at the line on second. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on third and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Chargers 10.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. You know, you've got to walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
12 yards to go.
What's going to throw here on third? That's caught for the first. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
3-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air with Ward. Setting up the running back screen. And they make the tackle at the 38. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
Trying the right side. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Here's Ward. Setting up the screen. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. 8th play to drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Here's the open man downfield. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game.
Chargers 17.
Crawley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Broncos ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Quick toss headed left. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw here. Hits him on the out route. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. We'll throw this one. Ward. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. 6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Broncos are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you flip it to the outside.
a hit. Oh, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Chargers 17.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Going now on first down. Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Motion the slot man right. Ward off the play fake. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. First and 10 now from the 46.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. This goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
7-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Dumped off to his running back. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third down from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
41-yard line.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Again, Ward going to the air. To the left side. Taylor has it. And they bring him down around the 34.
A gain of 6 yards.
Ward setting the pass. Dump off caught by his back. Shoves him off. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. All set now. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Ward. Finds him over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This is 3rd and goal. Ward. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th.
Chargers 24.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. They'll throw to begin this drive. Bobs this one deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, still at the 28. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll throw it. Finds his target, Hall. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They are throwing it again. Setting up the screen. Escapes the defender. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Sticking to the air here. He's got it over the middle. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This one from an even 40 yards out. Cracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Inside 90 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's not far from that first down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw. This finds its target. That's Taylor. To the house. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands. And now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. Their defense held, clinging to the slimmest of leads, Brock, and now that lead entrusted to this offense, asking them to just run out that clock.
And now the last thing this offense wants to do, really the only thing it can't do, is make an unforced error and turn it over.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they take not just the victory, but some serious